Right now, baby. What's going on, everybody? This your boy live and direct in absolute full effect out the 832. Y'all already know how Jimmy J Smooth do. I'm sitting here live and direct with my boy Craig Smith, the second, born and raised born in the Shot Town. He raised in the 901 and representing the 256, man. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna talk. We're gonna talk about some college football. We're gonna talk about Carl Anthony Towns' new deal over there at the Minnesota Timberwolves. So much respect to Carl Anthony Towns in that department and college football and a host of other things. So without further ado, what's popping and what's dropping, Craig Smith?
Man, not much, man. Just sitting up here, just enjoying what's left of the remainder of the weekend because it's starting to get dark around here. You already know it's gonna be time to drop them clocks back. So spring forward, fall back, because that'll be about like in another month or so. But we're embracing this last little bit of this heat, hopefully here in the south, since it's allegedly it's supposed to be fall, and the fall in the south don't get started on time. So, but other than that, man. Uh, Yeah, but
Well,
other than
out here, where?
but other than that, man, I mean, I'm hanging in there.
Okay, most definitely, most definitely. But out here in Texas, man, I don't think we ever have a fall. It's either summer or the winter time. It's you either gonna get one or the other. So it is what it is, though, man. So
Yeah,
what topic we gonna start off with, brother Craig?
man. Well, first off, well, I don't know if you've been keeping up with that Andrew Wiggins and the Wiggins brothers and Steven Jackson beef.
Yeah.
Uh, and like I was telling, big shout out to our boy Corey Wolf, man. I gotta side with Steven Jackson on that one because I
Yeah.
mean, when it was reported, Jimmy Butler wanted, request a trade, Andrew Wiggins' brother chiming in talking about some, ooh, hallelujah. So Jimmy Butler responded back by making fun of it, by doing on his Instagram by doing like a praise dance, and he said he did a thing about ooh hallelujah, and then the partner said, ooh yeah, praise his holy name, let the church say amen. So, but anyway, Steven Jackson said a few little things. We discussed. You and I we discussed about that yesterday. He said some things about Wiggins, and it hold true because he said the tweet should have went like this. He said you should have told everybody your brother he ain't got no heart. I ain't never had no heart. Jimmy got more heart than me. You know. So Wiggins' response was Steven Jackson is nothing but an old bum ass dude. And I'm like, okay, so I got to roll with Steven Jackson because if Steven Jackson's such an old bum ass dude, how come this man retired with an average of 15 points a game? His career 3-point percentage is like at 45%. He led the league a couple times in 3-point percentage and was also named all defensive team, if not first time, second team, you know?
I
So
agree.
I don't think he's a bum. He's far from. I don't think he's far from being from a bum, though, there, Andrew. But you gotta look at yourself, though. You get paid. You got paid all these millions, and you doing fuckboy shit. You want to step up when you get ready.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with what you're saying right there because Andrew Wiggins. I see why LeBron had stopped. I see like why LeBron and the Cleveland Cavaliers made the decision to uh, to not even keep him on the team, and that made a lot of sense in my personal opinion.
Mhm.
So I mean, it is what it is in that department.
Yep. But for Wiggins to call the man old bum ass, hey, he can't talk about nobody being a bum. And like Steven Jackson told him, man, I'll catch y'all in traffic. So,
Man,
but it's overdone with. But you said it yesterday, though, man, that the minister don't he wouldn't you wouldn't be surprised Carl Anthony Towns get an extension. So this man signed a 5-year, $190 million extension for 5 years. And like I said on my video, you do the math, that's 38 million a year.
correct. That's absolutely correct right there.
So I'm like, that's now this ain't no 190 million. Like I said, that's Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, 38 million a year. So I mean, he gonna have to play, and he gonna have to play like it too.
Hmm.
So he gonna have to play it.
Yeah, but Minnesota was in a position where they did not have no choice but to give him that contract. They had to, in that respect, they had to do something in terms of doing. They had to do something because otherwise, what if Carl Anthony Towns go to another team because he's going to be a free agent anyway. So
Mhm.
why not give him that big ass contract and then solidify solidify a super a future superstar because he did make his first All Star team when he came through last year. You know, he is a good 3 point shooter.
Yeah,
He is one of the better centers in the NBA. Does he have things to improve on? Of course, he has things to improve on. Now, me personally, if I was Carl Anthony Towns, I would have waited till my contract is up and then shop around and stuff like that because with the way everything is looking in with the way everything is looking, it looks
yeah,
like that. It looks like it looks like Minnesota's gonna go downhill at this point, especially if they lose Jimmy Butler and stuff like that, because
yeah.
that could that's a team that could do a lot. You know what I'm saying? Especially with Jimmy Butler of the future. You know what I'm saying? Even with Andrew Wiggins, when he not being on no fuckboy shit. You know what I'm saying? That starting five, you have a damn good starting five. So you have a lot to look forward to in the future there. So if I was
Hmm.
Carl Anthony Towns, I think it's a worse move on Carl Anthony Towns then because I feel like he could have shopped around and automatically went to a competitor, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to staying over there in Minnesota. Because if Jimmy Butler leaves, which we're certain Jimmy Butler is going to go, that's going to hurt that Minnesota team
Oh,
tremendously.
yeah. Hell yeah, I can agree. And I mean, anytime if the owner saying that, look, hurry up and trade him. I mean, like I said in regard, I said it on Twitter. As a man, and quote the ball quote from Bruce. Bless his heart,
Well,
you know, bless his heart.
yeah, I mean, and again, man, and again though, I definitely wish Jimmy Butler the best, and we wouldn't mind
Yeah.
having him. I think Houston wouldn't mind having him over here at the Rockets as well.
Yeah, and anytime he want to go to the Clippers though. I can see
I don't
that.
know.
Him and
I don't know
Kawhi in the
about that
Clippers.
one though. I mean, me personally, I don't know about him going to the Clippers unless he's just trying to get a paper. He's trying to get a paper grab. Then that's the only way I see him going to the Clippers.
He said the only way he gonna go to the Clippers is if Kawhi coming.
I mean, and if I was the Clippers, I'm talking about Doc Rivers. I would leave the Clippers if I'm Doc Rivers. Me personally, I mean, because the writing is on the wall. I think ultimately he's probably going to get fired from the Clippers organization
You know.
because I don't see the Clippers in no shape or form being able to compete with those other teams in the West. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah. And Jerry West running the Clippers now. He the CEO. He's the CEO of the Clippers. So I think him and Doc, think him and Doc Rivers, they don't have any issues with each other yet. So we can't say for certain if Doc need to kick rocks or what.
If I was
But
him, I would because
yeah,
I mean you've already lost Chris Paul. You've already lost Blake Griffin, as my homeboy would call him, Fake Griffin, with all that damn flopping he be doing. I mean, the writing is on the wall right there, man. I'm just saying though.
hmm and man, I'm not saying no names. I saw somebody did the actual really good thing, a clickbait, talking about Anthony Davis might do the might sign with the Lakers now that he signed with LeBron's agent. Don't get your hopes up. I don't see that happening.
I don't know that. I mean, that could very well be possible though. The way I see it, that could be very well that could happen. That could happen. So it is what it is. So what about college football? What's your take on college football weekend this weekend?
Oh man, Bama. Bama being Bama, as always. You know, they impressed me yesterday. They defense stepped up, 7 sacks on the A&M quarterback. Jimbo Fisher is 0-2 against the his predecessor, well, not his predecessor, his teacher, his former boss. So A&M, I think A&M A&M gonna be okay, man. I mean, they ain't doomed. Thing we discussed yesterday, Auburn's having problems on the home front because they having folks just transferring left and right. You know, something is rotting in the water there in Denmark, man. I don't know what's going on. So yeah. I don't know if it's something Malzahn ain't doing, what he say he's supposed to be doing, he ain't doing it. What I don't know, but he gonna have to get it together for real. He really gonna have to get it together. So, yeah, man.
So with Memphis, what the hell going on with the University of Memphis?
I don't even know if they won yesterday, man.
They actually won, but they allowed them to make a little. They allowed South Alabama of all teams, to make a mini comeback in the game, and the score doesn't indicate how close it would have it was, because they won 52-35, but I think the game
it was tied at halftime 21.
Say what now?
I say it was tied at halftime 21 apiece.
Yeah, so the game.
I ain't gonna cut you off. I watched South Alabama, a couple of South Alabama games we pick up here in Huntsville. Man, they're pretty good, man. Because they run a more methodically paced. I'm not saying it's a slow kind. They're far from a slow paced team. They run a version of the Petrino spread, man, and it's pretty good. So like I said, they're no slouches, man. You know, I guess, Norvell is not. I don't know what it is, but Norvell is back to being Norvell, I guess, as far as coaching and everything. And he worse than Mike McCarthy. I mean, shit, Mike McCarthy known for every time he played Minnesota, he blow his time. He got to hurry up and blow all his timeouts. So you got to excuse that racket in the background, peoples.
I ain't tripping on that. Go ahead.
Say what now?
No, I said I ain't tripping on that, so go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, because bound for the record, D-Day be open. When D-Day is next Monday, I don't want to have to worry about this shit. But yeah, I mean, South Alabama, a pretty tough team. But like I said, Norvell is going to have to improve on himself as far as like some coaching things and everything. I mean, he really does. So, Memphis really got to get it together, because they got to play Central Florida, I think another couple of weeks or so, and that's about it. But Norvell gonna have to get it together, man, because he got to start breaking. He gonna start breaking. He gonna have to start developing some new habits and break out some old ones.
I agree, because that the score indicated a lot, man. I mean, they have to step it up on defense, number one, man. That's the main. They're gonna have to step it up on defense, and then, like you say, offense gonna have to stop. You know what I'm saying? Stop. They have to stop putting on the brakes and start mashing the gas more often, because with that team, with the offensive system Norvell has, it is no excuse to be in a shootout with South Alabama. Come on. I don't give a damn what their system is, or I don't give a fuck, man. They should not be in no fucking shootout with fucking South Alabama. Of all teams, come on, dude. Let's be real, man.
Yeah. Well, what you think about Old Dominion blowing out Virginia Tech?
Huh. Are you fucking serious?
Old Dominion beat Virginia Tech 49-35. They never trailed in the game.
Well, I knew Old Dominion's football team was on the rise, but I didn't know it was on the rise like that. Shit.
Yeah, they beat them. They beat them, dude. 49-35.
Man, oh wow.
Corey Wolf hit me up, told me they're gonna big shout at him again. He told me that. He said, yeah, Virginia Tech laid a shit turd against Old Dominion. I said, damn. And Texas beat Texas Christian. So I said, yeah, that's typical TCU for you. I said, shit, they lose a big game, they don't know how to follow up.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to follow proper procedure. So
damn. But yeah, Old Dominion of Conference USA. Wow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Herman Edwards' team, they lost 2 straight. And they had Washington on the ropes again. But they had Washington on the ropes though. And I got a new Sports Illustrated in the mail. They started to send me some new send me books, and haven't been ordering though. A little interesting piece on Herm Edwards, man. We'll discuss about that later. But it was the AD's decision. But from what I gathered from that, it was the AD's decision to want Herman Edwards, the athletic director of Arizona State. He wanted Herm Edwards because he felt that Herm could build on the foundation that Todd Graham left. You know, right. Yeah, because he said, you know, Arizona State was notoriously known as a party school. You know, right. So the dude, old boy, was looking for somebody to change. You know, he looked for somebody to build on that foundation. You know, said Graham had it, but, you know, dude still wanted to go back to their old ways and stuff. Because, you know, like with the days of Arizona State had Dirk Carter, then Dennis Erickson and stuff like that. So you had about a lot of undisciplined players on them teams. And said when Graham came in, you know, there was a lot of discipline and shit, you know, but they really need to hit home with the graduation. Guys graduated. So enter Herm Edwards. And yeah, I've been wondering where Antonio Pierce been. He wasn't on ESPN for a while. That man went back to coaches. He's on Herm Edwards' staff as the linebackers coach.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you remember Antonio Pierce, don't you?
Antonio Pierce, not off the top of my head, man.
Yeah, he used to play for the Redskins and then the Giants. Him and Mike Strahan was part of that defense that won that Super Bowl.
Okay.
So and he wasn't on ESPN for a while, man, because he went back and took a job at his old high school alma mater for a couple of years. And he said in the couple of years he'd been there, he said he amassed the best record ever at his old alma mater at high school, 31-13 record. 31-13 record. And said his first year he took him to a state title. I don't know how many years he'd been there. He took him like to two state titles, and then they were the runner-up this year. They were the runner-up last year before he joined Herm Edwards' staff.
Wow.
So now, I mean, so Antonio did something pretty good there, man. And wow. He always had the fact he always earned my respect for the best saying, which is this. He said, "It's 2 things." You know, he said it's 2 things you ain't supposed to question a man, let alone a man nor a woman about. They money and what going behind their front door.
Yeah.
You know.
So Pete Game, you tell a team that came into the game 0-3 beat fucking Virginia Tech.
Yes.
What the hell? And this is the same Old Dominion team.
Pull it up on Sports Center. Pull it up. Pull it up. I bullshit you not. They blew them out. They led the game from start to finish.
I'm actually looking at it right now. I mean, they lost to Charlotte, formerly UNC Charlotte. They lost to FIU in Liberty. They got blowed out by Liberty, 52-10. What the fuck? Who does that shit?
Man, I don't know. Shit, I guess that's a big pickup win. I guess they need that momentum win.
We're talking about a lot of these Conference USA teams have attendance of 20,000 people in this motherfucker.
True.
And they asses they beat Virginia Tech. This ain't the old Conference USA from back in the day when Conference USA was Conference USA. We're talking about the Conference USA after Memphis and SMU and those other teams had left. Come on now, how the hell you lose to these motherfuckers? How you gonna explain it in the words of Coach Sheldon Harrison? How they gonna explain that shit?
Fuente couldn't explain it, but he did have the best one. He just said, "Hey, we had a game. He didn't have no excuse. He said we had the perfect game plan, and next thing you know, I can't fault Fuente now. Fuente a damn good coach. Hey, and he had some games in Memphis that was like that too.
Yeah, but you at Virginia Tech and out there at Virginia Tech losing to a garbage ass Old Dominion team that most likely ain't gonna even be competing in Conference USA.
Now, before Old Dominion went to Conference USA, when they was in Division I AA, they were dominant, dude. They were dominant. South Alabama, they moved from 1 AA to regular 1A. So ever since Old Dominion moved from the 1 AA, because they all said that, hey, that was a mistake for them to leave, because shit, when they left, they had a gold mine in the conference they were in. Whatever the basketball conference they in, because they got the same they was in the same conference where you got George Mason, Colonial Athletic, Richmond, and all that shit.
But what was happening was teams like George Mason and those guys started going over to the Atlantic 10 and stuff like that. So that they would have choked themselves out, because Old Dominion have a rich basketball history in women's basketball as well. If I'm not mistaken, they've won a national title in women's basketball. I could be wrong though, but
Yeah.
But yeah, man, they have a lot of history in terms of women's basketball as well, and their football team was just not reactivated in 2009, and they were and from that point on they were competing in 1 AA football.
But they were good ass, man. Shit, they all celebrate Old Dominion. They made a mistake doing that. So moving from 1 AA to 1A. I mean, South Alabama did it too. Because South Alabama did it last year. Because man, I watched the game they were in. I think it was last season with between them, South Alabama and North Alabama. Shit, because North Alabama, I forgot there. I don't know where they're located. They're here in Huntsville. Don't get me wrong. I may stand corrected on that, but shit, they're 1 AA too, and they didn't lead. They were thinking about it, but I think the school the AD and the president of the school said, hell no. From what I heard, they've been talking about wanting to do it for long. They said, hell, school president's like, hell no.
But what would in that respect, when you got a chance to get some top level recruits like South Alabama, because look at the location of South Alabama. South Alabama's in Mobile, Alabama, of course. So you got a chance to steal a few good guys out of South Georgia and in northern Florida and stuff like that. You have a chance. And not saying you will, but you have a damn good chance. In North Alabama's Florence, Alabama. It's actually Florence, and they've won 3 national titles in the Division II.
Right.
But back to what I was saying though, South Alabama, they had a great chance. They have when you get a chance to move up to Division 1A and get a chance to get that bread and get them top level athletes. Oh, you gonna do it, man. I mean, it may not be the best decision right then and there, but sometimes you just got to make that upgrade, just like Appalachian State and Georgia Southern, and I mean Georgia Southern was dominating the one double A. Dominating the one double A thing back in the day, man. When they had I can't even think of that guy's name, but when they had him when they had him, they would just straight up dominate. No, there were some damn good quarterbacks coming out of Georgia Southern and stuff like that. And especially in the '80s, Georgia Southern would play against a lot of SEC teams back in the day, though. So
Yep. Yeah, man.
yeah, I'm good. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was listening to you though about you said about with Georgia Southern. Yeah, they Georgia Southern they produce some top level, some top level talent too. Them dudes they running shit, some of them teams, some of them Georgia teams, and I feel sorry for Tennessee though. They got to play Georgia next week, man. And then that Tennessee Florida rivalry, man, it's not what it used to be. I'm sorry, it ain't. Because man, because every time when college football come on, right? Everybody always look forward to. Everybody always stay looking forward to Tennessee and Florida because it's like, oh, there's national title implications in this. Who's gonna be in the national title game? Now it's just that's how it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
Florida blew them out, man, but it just ain't the same no more. I think to be honest with you, man, these kids really don't. These kids really don't have no respect for the rivalries anymore. Prestigious rivalries and everything. ESPN normally, remember back then, ESPN stayed blowing up, stayed ran the rating about, oh, Tennessee and Florida this, Tennessee and Florida that. And for the record, I've gotten sick of ESPN because First Take is the shits. Undisputed has won that title. Here's a pretty good what if. What if Stephen A wasn't on First Take and we had Shannon Sharp in his place? Would it be watchable?
you need to call it. You need to call first take first mistake because that's what the fuck they are, man. And that's why I've been saying, man, you need to do more live streams, man, because you talk about more shit than them sorry bastards, man. I mean, fuck first mistake, goddamn it. I ain't got time to listen to about fuck them.
This man said first mistake.
That's what the fuck they is, man. I mean, fuck Stephen A. Coons and Whack Kellerman. Fuck that motherfucker. Any fucking way. Uh,
Wax killer. Damn.
but
Damn.
but but any fucking way. The guy from earlier from Georgia Southern was Eric Russell. That was the guy that brought Georgia Southern football to its prominence. He was the defensive coordinator for Georgia when they won that national title with Herschel Walker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, man. Your boy, DeAndre Francine almost blew another one yesterday.
I said that. I said that. I texted you about that. About him almost blowing another game.
Mm-hmm. He almost blew it. Look at that. So, next week, shit. I hope they got a bye week next week because shit, all next month. We know how Florida State doing. Florida State be pretty bad in October, man. You got Clemson, Louisville, and fucking Boston College. They stay having trouble with Boston College every year. Don't know why.
Well, I don't know what to tell you about them clowns over there, but it is what it is, man.
Shit, I keep telling my boy, no Trey Murph, man. Shit, Florida State did this just ain't it, bro. This just ain't it. If I'm put it like this, if they win 8 games with the way they fucking playing this year, it'd be a miracle. But this is a 7-win team again here. If Taggart don't hurry up and just let somebody else do all the play calling, if Taggart don't let somebody else do the play calling for one, and second, he set Francois on the pine. He made Francois ride that pine. Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right on that. On that.
Because it's time, man. Because I mean, hey, he gotta some gotta, you know, and really something has to give. Because I think Florida State, because I think Florida State fans, they're really tired of it. They're tired of Francois, dating back to the Jimbo days, and then really, you know, the Florida State fans are tired of Jimbo because my boy Trey my boy Murph, he said he ran into one of the players. They worked somewhere in Memphis. He used to play with guy used to play with Jimbo. So Jimbo's a hard motherfucker, man, because it's like if you didn't do it the right way, he'll make you. If it was done the way you think it was done, like a certain play, certain formation, or whatever, that might tell you, no, that wasn't the right way to do it again. He said one time they said they stayed out there practiced about like 1 o'clock, and then some folks had early morning classes and shit. And that pissed some of them guys off, you know. So
yeah, the coaches will do that now, and that's what Jimbo does, though.
Yep.
That's what Jimbo Fisher do, man. But yeah, man. Willie Taggart's gonna have to make some changes, though. So what do you think about Michigan yesterday versus Nebraska?
Whew. Man, I don't know what. I can't say nothing about that, but Scott Frost, man, this ain't his fault. He dealing with what he had handed left, what Mike Riley left him, man. He got a bunch of sorry guys to work with because his star quarterback out, and they got to break in a new running back. So he chomping at the bit right now, so he can break in some guys, you know, some new recruits and everything next season, so he can finally get wind of. Then like ESPN gonna throw up some record talking about Scott Frost's current record as a coach 0-2. When he was a starter for Nebraska, he was 24-2. I'm like, what the fuck that got to do with his coaching?
And then, first of all, he when he came to Nebraska as the damn quarterback, the foundation was already set for Scott Frost. ESPN sometimes just need to sit there, have their ass down, and shut the fuck up sometimes. The foundation was already set by Tom Osborne, so of course, as if you're a good enough quarterback, you're gonna come in and do damn good. What the hell these fuckers talking about?
Like you said, what you said? Sometimes ESPN do what?
ESPN be doing some fuck shit. So my thing with ESPN is the fact. What I'm saying is Nebraska's foundation was already set over there at Nebraska. So they need to sit their ass down somewhere with that stupid ass shit.
That was stupid. I'm like, what the fuck? Him being his record as a player got to do with him being a coach.
I agree. Totally agree. Totally agree, dog.
And then I know one of the players is saying something about Tanner or something. I got to pull that interview up and I got to share that with you, man. He says he basically telling all the guys. He said, look. He said, right now, this is about football season. This ain't all about this and here. He says, as far as I'm concerned, you know, it's hit the books first, then football. You really don't have a social life after that, even after football. It's like, what the fuck? Okay, he got a point, but shit, you might not have a social life, but all them other guys probably do, you know?
I agree.
So, but Michigan, I mean, Patterson was impressive. I still kind of tell, get ready to say Jimbo. Harbaugh wants to kind of like put the Clemson offense, and believe me, it's coming, Jimmy. It's coming because they got Michigan State next month. It's coming.
Oh, we know it's coming. Something is coming.
If they lose somebody like that, he gonna put the Clemson offense. So in Michigan State, they ain't. I say again. The most well-respected and ran program ever by Mike D'Antonio, man, because he knows what he's doing. Mark D'Antonio, I keep calling him Mike. My bad. Marky D. I just call him Marky D. Marky D. Marky D runs a solid program there, man. You know, you can rarely hear him in the news over some F stuff. He keeps everything in house now. If it's something major, yeah, he will announce it.
Yeah.
And said when they lost to Herm Edwards, man, he said he said Herm Edwards be like the kind of dude he would like to have on his staff, you know, kind of motivated guys.
Yeah.
Because listen, his press conference, Mark, both of them they're really fans of each other because Herm likes the way Mark D'Antonio runs his Michigan State program, and Mark basically likes he likes Herm Edwards' style of his coaching, how he gets with the players and stuff. Not with all the yelling and everything else, and not demeaning. He doesn't believe in demeaning the players and stuff. He said the difference with him. He said when he started coaching, he said first he would attack the players on a personal level about their football, but then he had to stop. He had to correct himself. So he's like, damn, I can't be doing that. I gotta tell these players, hey, I'm not attacking you on a personal level. I'm attacking your football. That's what it should be. I mean, Bruce Arians, he's the same way. Now he's on CBS as a commentator.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Arians, he's the same way. He said, I ain't gonna attack you. I ain't gonna attack you personally. I'm gonna attack your football. Yeah, if I'm gonna tell you that you sucked on the play, you just suck.
Yeah, and congratulations to Bruce Arians on his retirement in the NFL. I think he made the right decision by retiring, especially at his old age. He's been in football for ages, so yeah, I think that gets on you, that wears and tears on you. So I think he made
Yeah,
it.
Bruce had a lot of has had a lot of health problems through the years, man. Like you said, like he had the seizure and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Then he has some gastro issues too. So,
yeah,
but really, that's why I say if you ever watch the episode of football, like you see how real he is, and that man, one of the best dressed coaches ever. I ain't never seen rock Kango hat, a fedora, and a man. What he with the times, man. He'll rock fedora in a heartbeat.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Full time, because that dude been in coaching shit since the fucking late '60s, early '70s. Shit.
No, not like six. No, he was a player.
No,
He was
that's what I'm saying. He's been, if you combine his years as a football player and as a coach, he's been in that shit for forever though.
yeah.
Yeah, he's been in that motherfucker forever now. So shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but he shit. Man, I can say one thing though. I mean, he kind of helped put Peyton Manning up, put Peyton Manning back on the map, put him on the map there. He runs a real good offense. He said ain't no West Coast offense. It's just something simple.
Yeah.
And he really wanted Kaepernick on his team, but he did the bet. But you got to give him his respect on something, man. He kind of stayed out of that. Can't get mad at him. Like, well, what Bruce Arians had to say? I'm like, well, shit, because he probably did the right thing. Not said nothing, but you ain't no telling what he said behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Because I think Kaepernick would have been pretty good for his offense too, man.
I agree. I totally agree. Yeah.
Because he had the offensive line and and then the new season of speaking of football life, new season started. They showed Lawrence Taylor Friday. NFL films on YouTube, man, they cut out just a select few of what you want to see instead of the whole hour. Because I'm like, man, somebody need to upload all that the whole complete episode. Because like I was watching one on Carson Palmer, man. They voted him said it was one year he was voted like the most hated player in the NFL. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Because he never said much. Lawrence Taylor, he said he started messing with drugs when dating his years back in college. So
yeah.
But That man there, he was. The man said when he got drafted, he didn't know he had got drafted when he was watching the draft on the TV. He said he went in the kitchen, got a beer, and said next thing you know, the Giants had already made their pick, and said he got a call from his friend. He said, "Dude, did you not see the draft?" He's like, "Did you see the draft?" He's like, "I'm watching it. They ain't called my name." He said, "You a lie. They did." He's like, "When?" Right after the Saints made their pick.
Damn. Yeah,
that's how he was. He was like, "Well, shit,"
yeah, Lawrence Taylor has always had some sort of drug problems throughout his entire life and stuff like that. I just hate how far he went down in his life and stuff like that. So, but I hope he got it together, man, at some point. That brother, man, I'm like, damn, you that drunk to where you not watching the NFL draft and you want to.
No, he said he went and got him a beer. He went and grabbed a beer. He didn't,
He went and grabbed.
He wasn't drunk with a beer. He went and grabbed one went in the kitchen and grabbed out of the refrigerator. When he sat down, they went on to the next pick. He knew he didn't get picked, and he said that's what his friend called him. He said, "Man, you just got picked."
Damn. He grabbed a beer. Damn, man.
After he went and grabbed the beer. I was like, wow. So, he just became dominant. I mean, them Giants defenses and stuff, like that, man. He earned my respect after when he did what he did with Joe Theismann, man. He couldn't believe how he did it. He said, "Yeah, I went with him." He said him and Parcells got in a shout match talking about, "Man, where you going? You ain't going." He said, "Man, fuck that. We won the game." He said, "I got to see about it." He went straight to the hospital and checked on Joe. I was like, that's classy there, man. So
yeah, but I'm gonna tell you something else about Lawrence Taylor. Goddamn it, that motherfucker used to use his teammates' urine sample just to pass the drug test. Because at that time, they started testing for cocaine in a lot of these sports. And he would use them folks. He would use his homeboy's urine sample to beat the drug samples, though, because his shit kept popping dirty and shit, dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, man. So, man, LT was something with himself, man. But I just hope he's okay, man.
Yeah, and then he straightened up, man. As you know, he got messed up on that prostitution case.
But the only thing that saved him was because he would have went to jail for a good minute.
Yeah,
saved him was the girl that he had sex with was being pimped. Was forced to have sex with him because he had money. Because he still gets his NFL pension and stuff like that. So he beat that case.
They didn't want to arrest him as a sex offender, and then judge like,
Yeah, so they found out the girl was being coerced into having sex with him. Even though he had sex with the underage girl, if it's a situation of coercion, I think that's the only way that he could have possibly beat that. Because other than that, he would have went to jail for a good minute. Statutory rape ain't nothing to play with.
Most definitely.
Yeah. But Lawrence Taylor has always been a hoe too, as well. So he's always had his fair share of had his fair share of messing with women. So doing drugs.
Now I like him. What was that? Any Given Sunday when Jamie Foxx made that comment about the defense, and he said what? And then next thing you know, Lawrence Taylor on top of that man's car cutting his hair with a chainsaw.
Yep, that's LT for you, man. That's that crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, it was in the movie though. That he cut the. He said, "Wait a minute." He said, "What?" To say the man grabbed the chainsaw. He cut the man's car in half. He said, "Now you better find." He said, "You better." He said, "Nah." Say some shit about the defense again. He said, "You better get it." He said, "You better find a way to get yourself and this car off my house." Damn. Just watch the movie Any Given Sunday, man.
Yeah, man.
With Al Pacino, Cameron Diaz,
Yeah.
and Margaret. It was a good movie. No,
Oh, yeah.
Cameron Diaz's character, though. I mean, she was trying to be, you know, everybody liked her dad in there because her dad had passed away and gave the team to her. And a lot of people didn't like it. Al Pacino didn't like it for one because, his dad cared about his players. She just cared about money. So, and that's why Al Pacino always tell her, he said, you're nothing like your dad, kid. He said, he looked out for everybody. He said, but
Yeah.
he said, you weren't looking out for yourself. Man, it's a good class because you had Dennis Quaid playing the Asian quarterback.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen Any Given Sunday, but I didn't see it in its entirety. Uh, that part, the chainsaw scene, I definitely did not see. But from what you were telling me, I need to go back and look at it myself.
yeah, there's some good. Let's see, LL. He played James Woods. He played a fuck boy in that boy, man. The trainer.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
So, like I said, so far, man, I've really been impressed with the season so far. I mean, again, Bama leading the nation in scoring offense. That's fucking scary. But Saban was emphasizing they need to run. I think Saban did call out his 3 running backs. I know that. They said they need to step up and do their thing,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Yeah.
true.
But I'm gonna be glad when they come with another with another professional football league, so I can watch, so I can piss on the NFL. I'm ready for
They
that.
did let come out one American Summer because Mike Singletary gonna coach a Memphis-based NFL team. I forgot what it is.
Yeah, I heard about it because I still get the commercial appeal on my thing out here. Even though I'm in Houston, I still look out for the 901. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, I look for anybody from the 901 that's doing well, man. Because I always like to see people from our city doing good and stuff like that. Because I talk shit about Memphis, but the thing is, we got to step it up in the 901 because Memphis could be so great if people step it up and they quit letting certain people run the damn city. But Memphis is actually a gold mine, but people don't see it as a gold mine, believe it or not. It's just you got people running the city in politics, on the business front that's really sucking the life out of Memphis. So
Really, what be
yeah,
going on? Really, that and what really be going on in the streets, sucking the life out of Memphis too. If you want to be fair. Now
well,
I've gone on record and talked about Chicago several times. I mean, yeah, Chicago is population is in the 20 something million. It's a big ass city, but it has a because from what I've been reading, I've read on Chicago. I get the Sun Times and the Defender. I've been reading the Sun Times most of the time during my lunch break. They get ready to have a new mayor that's being elected because Ron Manuel's term is up. So they get ready to have another Daley in the office. And then, they say crime is, he ain't been hearing too much shit about crime and stuff going on. Crime going down just a little bit. I mean, but hey, I ain't too far. Like you say with Craig, don't sit there and say, well, Craig, you always talk bad about Memphis. Won't you talk bad about Chicago? I do.
well, the thing
I do. I talk bad about the sports team shit. I talk bad about the ownership of the sports teams.
but here's the thing though. There's a common denominator. There's a common denominator with Memphis and Chicago is their politicians and their business people are beyond some fuck shit. Now, you can get a job a lot easier in Chicago than you do in Memphis to a certain degree.
Yep. Yep.
Memphis, if you don't know nobody in Memphis, you're pretty much fucked out there. You're pretty much fucked. If you don't know nobody in Memphis or you ain't got to connect, oh no, you out of there in terms of job market is concerned.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that needs to change. That definitely needs to change. You need to have something like you do have in Houston where people post signs, you know what I'm saying? So, we will hire you. You can just walk in uh,
Mhm.
jobs and get a job out here in Houston. It's not like that in my hometown of Memphis. It's not like that at
No,
all.
it's not. I mean, Chicago. Put it like this: in Chicago, get Jimmy, you get fired from your job today. Tomorrow, you're gonna have a new one.
Yeah,
That's in the shot.
yeah. Same out here. Shit. Same out here.
I can't say the same for where I'm at now, but you get fired from a job here, you're gonna be playing. You be sitting like you're gonna be playing solid. You're gonna be killing yourself playing after playing solitaire all day. So,
I agree, man.
but yeah, man. Let's shoot on another new subject, man. Jimmy Nine. I don't know if we have talked about this lately or in depth. Uh, Jimmy and I are going to talk about the one true lost art of a pastime that people have just basically just said the hell with.
And that is dating.
Dating. Yes. It is overrated now, it's underrated. You know, during my sing, you know, during my single days, hey, a date was you get to know a person first, do this, do that, go out somewhere, take them out, blah blah blah, have a good time, get to know that person, get to know their head, where their heads at, they intelligence, if you will, their logic, what it is they want, what goals they want in life, what they want to accomplish, what they seek, what they wish to find.
Right.
Now it's uh now it's just, ooh, let me get your number. One bother, boom, bam, bam. 9 months later, that's the dating scene today. It's sad today, man, because I look at folks. I be listening to folks when they folks on the radios, and then and reading like like message board forums and stuff like that about how folks talk about. Matter of fact, really on people on Google Plus groups like Black Google Plus, people talk about it. They said it is a lost art because, man, guys only want one thing, whereas women only want one thing. It's straight up and it's real true because
Yeah.
it's not, it ain't not it's really just lost art. It's more like a uh, quote the late great Dusty Rhodes. You supposed to be dating. This ain't no game show. You ain't on the game show. So everybody need to pick up their tempo just a little bit. It's, you know,
I agree.
they scene just sucks, man. I mean, like when back then I remember when I went on dates and stuff, man. I mean, hey, I've dated some good ones and I've dated some bad ones.
Yeah.
And Lord have mercy. The bad ones needed more help than any damn thing. They so full of baggage, you know. It's full of baggage and stuff like that. I.e., uh, it's a shame, man.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these people that call themselves in the dating scene, it didn't got whack and shit like that. It really has, man. So, I
Mm.
mean, I don't get it sometimes talking to some of these chicks out here, man. Real talk.
Sometimes it's just like you just got to, and then when you do get on the date scene, hell, most of them, 80% of them had 80% of them got kids. So it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And again, that's nothing against anybody with children, but a lot of times that could be a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of cases, man.
a
So
hindrance.
yeah, it could be a major hindrance, man. So I mean, you got to take that into consideration, and then, ladies, do yourself a favor too. Stop making people automatically accept your kids and shit like that when you go on a date. Just go on a date. When you go on a date, just have fun for a minute. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And then if you get to know if a person like you, they're gonna like your kids automatically. But if you
Yeah.
put it out there, well, you gotta if you gonna accept me, you gotta accept your kids. Bitch, I just might want to fuck you to be totally honest with you. So I might not be give two shits about your kids. Let's just keep this 1,000 of kids. First of all, find out what's on the person's agenda. First of all, before you get into that, you gotta accept my kids bullshit. Find out what's on that dude's agenda. You know what I'm saying? You might get something out of the situation. But if you come up here talking about shit, well, you gotta accept my kids, bitch. I might not like your goddamn kids. I mean, and that's just the truth. So, start by getting to know the person and start knowing the person's agenda before you start putting it out there that a
Right.
person gotta accept your kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true, man. Because that's how the dating scene has become. It's just become this free fall, and I got to step away from somewhere because I don't want to hear gonna be some what I'm gonna say is gonna be some cussing. The dating game went from being a time from the dating scene. I said the dating game. The dating scene went from being to um getting to know somebody to being nothing but to getting some pussy free fall. That's all it is.
Well, but these days a lot of these chicks are none but pussy. None. That's the only thing a lot of these chicks can't do nothing but offer you. That's just the truth. You listen to some of these chicks' conversation, you be like, I'm gonna just fuck you, and I'm just gonna keep it moving. When I get that pussy, I'm just gonna turn off the phone. So in a lot of cases, a lot of the women put themselves out there in that respect. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, and shit. I mean, it's like like you were saying, like like Jim, my boy Jimmy said, if you it ladies, when you date now somebody, don't come talking about some hey, if you date me, you gotta date my kids. No, man. I mean, I know man, I know this one person, she gotta take her kids everywhere. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, like, like this is like something in the past one time. Young lady wanted to bring her kids with her and stuff, talking about some. Oh well, I want something for so and so, but if if I want, my kids gonna want something too. Nah, baby, I can't do that. No, It's supposed to be if hey, I'm the one interested in you. You know, don't come telling me if I got to feed you, I got to feed your kids too. Hell no. you know.
Yeah, man. I mean, people just don't get it in the dating game, and that's the reason why it's become hit and run per se. Get the pussy and run because of shit like that, and people ain't got time for that, man. I know damn well I ain't got time for that shit. Real talk, man.
Hell no, hell and shit. And I'll be 40. I'll be 40 on the 14th of next month, man. I ain't got time for that shit neither. I know some motherfuckers that's my age still doing some dumb shit like that, but more power to them. They ain't got shit else better to do. But hey, I'll be 40 years old and um, you know, shit. What and what I told you, Jimmy, what's going on with me, D-Day is approaching on that. And when I finally get set free and shit, I'm saying it live on here, y'all. Yeah, it's gonna happen. So when I finally get fucking set free and shit, I ain't gonna be in a hurry getting in dating scene or nothing like that. Uh I ain't gonna be damn, it's fucking raining. I ain't gonna be trying to hit every, I ain't gonna be trying to hit every big tit, big booty, sexy leg ass chick I see. Thing I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna, just kind of settle down, just kind of settle myself down for a minute. Then if I want to choose to get back in the game or whatnot, that'd be me. If not, yeah, I mean, I'll have me a few little trying to say a good terminology for it. Items. I ain't talking about no sex toy items or something like that. And put like this. Yeah, I probably have a few little female friends here and there that probably, do whatever. But as far as me chasing all these different women, fucking different women, and having different babies and shit by a different woman and all that at the age of 40, hell no, bro. I ain't got time to shit. The dating scene for me gonna be like this. You gonna have to either do one thing. You gonna have to, if I sit you down and talk, I'm gonna find out where your head at. And if you immediately tell me you got a child that I gotta accept, and you and the dad ain't fucking, and you and the dad ain't on good terms, or let alone if the child don't want to have shit to do with the dad, but you still fucking with him, hey, keep it moving.
Yeah.
That's me. And then another thing, I'm not saying this to be low down about myself or anything, because this how I am. All you those selfish ass women out there, let me tell you something. If your man want a child by you and you got one and you tell him no, and then when y'all break up and you fuck around and have a child by another nigga that ain't about shit to you, hey, keep it moving, or let alone but I tell you how I am. If you tell me you don't want to have no kids and you ain't got none, bye.
I don't blame you. I
really don't care how, I'm not being low down, man. I really don't care how good of a woman they can be. If you tell me, and if I've been good to you, be good to me, but you want to bring that selfish seed on, and you tell me that you don't want to have no children, okay, hey, holler at you. Lose my number.
Yeah, it's just best to have somebody that don't have kids, especially if you don't have any children and stuff like that. So I'm in total agreement with you on that. And that's not being mean. They're just having a preference, and that's being practical. Everybody should have some type of preference. You know what I'm saying? So that's not being mean at all. I mean, the person either got to accept that or they don't. They don't. It is what it is.
Yep. I mean, even I've had some ladies, some girls in the job talking about, well, Craig, you can't be like that. Shit. Yes, I can. Yes, I fucking can. So,
because it's your selection. That's just the way it is. It's your preference. You gotta deal with that preference at the end of the day. Nobody else has to deal with that preference.
Yeah. And shit. I remember a while back, I dated this one girl, man. I told her I wanted to have working on having one to, this is about like 8, 9 years ago, had, knocked up everything, thought I did, then she didn't want to have no kids by me, but then she later get married, have some by her husband. I'm like, wow. And that kind of pissed everybody off. That even pissed some of her friends off. It's like, wow. Here Craig was one by you, and then you hurried up, got married, and bam.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even waste my time with those types, man. Real talk. Man,
so, I mean, I'm like this. I ain't gonna because like I said, I mean, when everything when dust will be all settled and clear with me, man, on some things, on several things, I'm not gonna be I ain't gonna be in no hurry to go on a date right now and all the other shit. I ain't gonna be too much hurry to do anything, just gonna try to, get myself together. And I'm not much for people person, but I'm just gonna try to focus on myself. And hell, 40 and being on over 4 decades and ain't got shit, So yeah. That's just me. And like I said, the dating scene is really a lost fucking art, man. Even online dating, the dangers of online dating is 50-50. Sometimes, you get half time you get catfish, and sometimes you catch. Sometimes 50% chance you're gonna catch the bass, and 50% chance you're gonna catch a catfish. So that's real talk there.
No, I don't even do online dating. That shit is ultra whack. What's that? Tinder? Tinder is probably the wackest online dating thing I've ever seen in my entire life, man. These people, I don't know what these people. I think half the motherfuckers on there are catfish in their own right,
I
man.
don't, I've
I,
heard about some sites. I know in the past I was on Black People Meet. I mean,
yeah,
and I know the last time I was on there, man, I was like, oh shit. Some fine motherfuckers on there too, boy. Woo.
yeah. I say if you feeling somebody on IG or Facebook, I think that's the better route than some of these online dating sites because some of those are a waste of money, a waste of time, and a waste of everything possible, man. Because my friend was trying that online dating thing, and sometimes he would catch something, and sometimes it would just be totally fucking whack. And like, look,
Mhm.
man, I ain't got time for that dumb shit. My personal opinion.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So shit. I mean, that's really, and then people's, let me tell you something. And like Jimmy said, if you or hell, I'm put it like this. Um, shit, like you said, Jimmy, what? But IG and Facebook be your best bet. Hell, I be on what's that on Google Plus on the Black Google Plus and stuff like that. Man, you'd be surprised about reading some of the stories. Like one guy said he met his he had got he reconnect with somebody like from his childhood back on Google Plus on Black Google Plus. I'm like, whoa, man, okay, you know,
Yeah, you just do better going on a free social media site than a lot of these dating apps. I think half the motherfucking dating apps is a fucking scam. I'm just gonna keep it 1010.
yeah,
Uh, you know, from what I understand, what was that? Who,
tagged.
not Tag is another dating site. What was that? That I can't even think of it because I know they advertised it all the fucking time back in the day.
eHarmony.
eHarmony. That's hit or miss. From what I understand, that's hit or miss.
Okay, Match.
I don't fuck with that. Period. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't. That's why I said, back then it's about like shit. That was about like 12 years ago. I last fucked with Black People Meet. That was it. So
yeah, yeah. It is what it is with me on that, man.
because like I said, today's dating is nothing but a joke. Went from getting to know the person to, oh yeah, we can get your phone number, let me come over and stuff like that. Why about boom bam? That's it.
Yeah,
It's a joke.
I agree. You get no argument in that respect, man. Shit, this shit completely became a fucking joke in my personal opinion. And I think a lot of people's best bet is to, uh, if you're in a major city, go to single mixers. I think that's uh, a pretty good thing to go to. Those are pretty because I've been to some out of Memphis. That's pretty. It's a pretty fly women at some of those single mixers, especially in your local area.
Okay.
They check those out. But in a place like where you at, I wouldn't suggest it because you're very limited in that regard. So you probably just need to leave uh, leave that part of Alabama. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
At. But I think I can tell you for sure single mixers do work. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I've heard stories about them too, man. Shoot. So then be like, well, where you meet your woman at? Oh man, I met her at the club. Not even that was all you heard. I met my wife at the club. I'm like, damn. Where you meet yours at? Grocery
Yeah.
store, library.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, and those would be the perfect places to meet them at library, uh, libraries and stuff like that. That wouldn't be bad at all, man.
yep.
That's not bad at
That's what's
all.
up. But yeah, it's But yeah, man. Hey, but we just gonna say this here, you know, and folks, if y'all do plan on dating, man, fellas, let me tell you something. Don't just give it a woman because she got some good pussy, okay? Or she got some big tits. Get to know the brains behind it before you do anything.
I agree.
You know, ladies, the same way. Don't get to know a man because he got, you know, that if he's well established down there, you know, uh, get to know the man what he got going on. Don't date a man because he got bread. He or if he got a comma, or if he got the comma and the decimal point in the right place. You know, y'all get to know each other first before y'all start, you know, before y'all start hopping on something, hopping on the train. You don't know where the destination gonna land. You know.
I agree. Real talk.
So it's it's just saying, you know, like I said, online dating as you know, hey, it's dangerous. And then like I read something a while back, man. Like with Craigslist, you know, they took the personals down because man, be a lot of folks be setting folks up for robberies and all that other little stuff. You know, they took their little personal ass down. I read, but I'm like, whoa. Yeah, because everybody be talking about me, somebody Craigslist, and somebody get jacked up, getting robbed, getting killed. I read about one dude, man. He was what was this shit? I think he kind of knew what time it was. He he said he met this chick off of Craigslist or whatever. He met this chick off Craigslist or something, and you know she told him to meet up to somewhere here and there, this and that, and he said as one of his buddies called, he said, "Yeah, I'm about to step out." He said, "I'm about to meet this girl over here, so and so, so and so." He said, "Where over here? Where?" And where he told him where the meeting spot at. He said, "Man," he said, "Brother, let me." He said, "Nah." He said, "Man, you might not want to do that." He's like, "Why?" He said, "Man, they in that little same hotel spot." Said, "Man, it was reported like a couple weeks ago. Somebody guy ended up they found the guy dead." Because he was meeting up with some woman off of Craigslist, a hotel, and said the woman left with two dudes and stuff like that. I was like, whoa. So I think at the time when that happened, matter of fact, that was something similar like that on the first 48. If something had like that happened in Tulsa, man. Because you know, something always messing up over there in Tulsa. Uh Shoot, they caught this you know, had this girl and stuff, and there, girl met a guy, met up the girl and everything. Next thing you know, all the lights went out. He ended up dead, and three dudes leaving out the hotel and stuff along with her. They took that man's money, his cell phone, everything, all because of
Yeah.
Craigslist. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I read, but say I read stuff about stuff like that. And that's why Craigslist took their personal things down because man, these folks be using this stuff to set up for be using stuff to set folks up for the kill and stuff like that. And folks
Yeah.
be all
Yeah.
yeah,
Craigslist is world famous for some of those fuck shit
yeah,
events that happens like that and stuff like that. And I'll say this as well. When you're meeting a person online, the best place to meet them at, and I've been saying this for a while, is the best place to meet them is in public, and then feel their vibe out, and then within a couple of dates or two, then you could probably link up with them at their spot and stuff like that. You don't automatically go to people's crib. You don't go to the people's hotel. Well, come to my hotel room. No, that's a setup in itself. In most cases,
mhm,
every once in a while you might get action or whatever if that's what you're looking for. But that's not a good route to go starting out. Meeting people in enemy territory, for lack of a better term. So the best thing to do is do what the old man Meyer Lansky used to do, and I'm talking about the gangster Meyer Lansky. And I'm not trying
yeah,
to influence nobody to be a gangster, but he said the reason why he's never gotten killed was because shit, he always met people in public places, and in most cases, people ain't gonna be a mob boss or a person that's in the mob is not gonna be too quick to whack you in public because they want to be as low key as possible. And I say the same thing for in a dating situation or a person that may have bad intentions. If you be like, well, if you be like, hey, meet me here at Starbucks or something like that, which fuck Starbucks, but I'm just saying, meet me here at McDonald's or something like that, and let's converse over coffee or something like that. That person is not going to be too quick to come and run up on you unless they just don't give a fuck anyway. So
Yeah.
your best bet is to meet them in a public place if
Uh-huh.
you're going to take that route.
Mm-hmm. Because man, you be hearing too much. You be hearing too. Excuse me. You be hearing too much stuff going on. You know, with that, like I said, with and Tagged is another site. You know, but I think Tagged and crack down on all that stuff because they had to put some technology down uh that'll filter out all the spammers and the catfishes and stuff like that. You know, they didn't put some tech. They didn't install some software on there that'll eliminate some shit like that. But
Yeah,
yeah, then when I read about with Craigslist, man, Craigslist just basically just took down the personals altogether. So all you see now is just like house for sale, buy, sell, or trade and stuff like that, and this and that, you know.
yeah,
So, but yeah, man, I mean, like Jimmy said, we ain't promoting, he's not promoting you how to be a gangster, but that's one way. If anybody's gonna do like online dating or something, man, always, I'm gonna put it like this. The green flag be if they agree to meet with you at a public place. But also be aware of your surroundings when you meet that person in the public place too.
yeah. That's true. That's another thing as well.
Be
And
aware of your be aware of your surroundings in the public place also.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, but
And I
when
say
you're
as a man, I
huh?
say as a man, it's best to dictate the place. Dictate the place as well. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with meeting somebody at a library and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with meeting somebody uh, somewhere public, like I say, over coffee or something like that, or a lunch date or something like that, or somewhere where people can see you. Meet them at the mall. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So like I say, definitely be aware of your surroundings at all times. I think people should be aware of their surroundings either way, but definitely consider a public place before you even link up with somebody at their house.
Yep. And then, red flags be talking about meet me over here uh at some little shoddy hotel or the Sheridan and stuff like that. Nah, that's all right. I'll pass. Not,
Yeah,
but the only way you meet up with him is if you've been with him for a while. I can see that you can see that happening, but no, not on the first date, y'all. And that's why I said it's all dangerous. It's more dangerous now. It's more dangerous now than it is back then. So, and right now it just the dating scene right now pretty much people just suck. I mean, and I look at some man, I met some cool G. I met me meet some cool people on IG, man. Some of them be and if you look at my followers list, you'll be surprised at who follows me the most on there on one subject, on one particular subject matter. Like I be looking at like I be having like all these like I said, I think I told you on one of your shows, I be having all these IFBB folks following me,
yeah,
mainly the women. I'm like, whoa, okay, So and I met one of them. I'll tell you about it off the air. And she real cool, even though she engaged a guy that created the I forgot her
uh,
fiance named Adam Pass. He the CEO of his own brand with that deal, like with the drinks and stuff like that. I forgot the name of, but Willetta Pollock, that's her name. And she real cool. I interact with her time to time. I interact with her fiance on some things. That man, they real cool people, man. So I
thing I told a story about a guy. Not funny, but I think it was somebody else. It wasn't her. It was someone else I told. They said he had shared some funny stories or something like that. And I shared a funny story about this guy was bragging about him, about him with his physique and all the other stuff. You just tell it wasn't natural. So one of the guys asked me, said, "So what you said? You said what you taking?" He said, He said, "You taking a lot of supplements?" He said, "Yeah, I'm taking." I said, "Yeah, which ones? The orals or injectables?"
The fuck.
So he got a laugh, he got a chuckle off of that. But next thing I know, 2 days later, the man pissed hot. Everybody like, Craig, you jinxed it, man. Like, what you talking about? You said he takes supplements, and you said which ones, the orals or injectables. He said, how about he pissed hot on the test? I'm like, whoa. I said, that ain't my fault.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, ain't my fault, but he didn't blame me for it. He just
Crazy shit, dude. Shit.
You said what now, Jimmy?
Yep.
So, but I mean, man, but like Jimmy said, you'd be surprised. Yeah, IG, Facebook, what else? Facebook, I say, Google Plus, Black Google Plus, which is really more low key, especially if you join like to get on this little Black Google Plus group on Google. Man, this shit is twice better than Facebook, man.
I agree.
It's low key.
Yeah.
I mean, really post on there. You follow a lot of folks, they'll follow you back, stuff like that. It ain't like it ain't like if they don't, if they know you following them, they'll reply your stuff. It ain't like if you send a friend request to folks on people like on Facebook and stuff like that. They'll delete your request because they ain't fuck with you back then. I'm like this, and shit that and friend requests and shit. That's too high schoolers to me. And Facebook has become too high schoolers. I stated that. I stated that on that, but yeah, man. Look, folks, man. When y'all getting in the dating scene and whatnot, be the fuck careful. Just be the fuck careful. Like I say, if meet your date at a public place, scope out your surroundings. In fact, if you tell them, "Ooh, hey, meet me up here at Barnes and Noble," pull a Jimmy Conway move he did to Henry Hill on the movie Goodfellas.
Yeah.
That's what you do. And I mean, if y'all don't know what I mean by that, mean this. There's a scene in there when Ray Liotta entered the diner, he narrated, he said, I called myself meeting Jimmy 15 minutes ahead of time, and I found out he was already there.
Yeah.
Pull one of them moves if you have to.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Yeah, man, pull one of the moves if you have to. Matter of fact, if you do it, okay, if you got to do that, do that. If you say, hey, I'll meet you up here, up here at so-and-so at 3:00, man, you get there at 2:35. Then she got if your date called herself being up there 15 minutes ahead of time, she gonna see you already there.
Yep.
Your coffin adage is if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late.
Yeah.
So yeah, do that approach. That's why I say use the Jimmy Conway approach.
Oh yeah.
Yep. But man, other than that, man, anything you like to add, dude?
Man, we talked about everything we're gonna talk about, man. So definitely much respect to you and man, good show as well, man. So I think I'm gonna start going to sleep first before I get on a live stream, especially I say it particularly for Sundays and stuff like that, because after 7 days, your body will kind of shut down on you a little bit. So we'll get it in, man. We'll get it in. So whether we start later, we start early. We're gonna get it in.
Yep, because shit, I don't know how your schedule be on Sundays, because you had to do what, 6 hours a day?
On Sundays or
Sunday?
Yeah, on Sundays, anywhere from 4 to 6 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Today was just a 4 hour schedule, so that made it easier for me to just go straight home and go to sleep and stuff like that first, and then jump back on the live stream when I'm well rested and stuff like that. So, but I had the alarm set for 5 o'clock, but for some odd reason I just like turned the alarm off instead of snoozing the alarm. You know, having
Yeah,
a scheduled snooze time. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
yeah. Make sure your alarm set for in the morning though.
Oh! I got like I got like three different cell phones, so some gonna go off. That's just one thing about me. I need to get me a new up to date clock so I can just get up. Shit. But it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. I got shit. Yeah, mine. Yeah, my shit set. My shit set. Yeah, my shit set for in the morning myself, man. I be trying to get there. I be getting there early as hell at my job. That way I can go ahead and start early and get it all on out the way and shit. But they tripping. So that's another story on about that. So, but yeah, same here, man. I mean, great show and stuff like that. And like I say, I can understand about them 7 days. If you gotta work hell. Days of FedEx, when we work six, goddamn it, shit, body shut down. Like,
Yeah, it does.
shoot. And like I said, and especially if you have to work on a Saturday at FedEx, man, you really ain't got no time to rest. And you only afforded what 1 day off of rest.
Yeah.
By the part that's Monday, and then your regular off day. So really, shoot, really your body never catches a break when you're working there. Fortunately with my job, I'm my job is shit Monday through Friday. Shit, I want to go on third shift, goddamn it, so that way I can have Friday and Saturday off, be straight, and just you ain't got more do nothing but worry about just going in on Sundays. So
I agree.
that's why
Definitely.
that's one thing you think about doing, just probably just switch shifts if it come up, because shit, on my job offer just second shift. They be trying to fill about them second shift positions. I'm like, man, shit.
Yeah. Totally agree with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
But y'all, we gonna wrap it up because I gotta speaking of getting stuff together for work. I gotta get all my stuff together for work. Make sure I got my lunch set up my lunch and stuff when I'm gonna take to work and this and that. And shoot, on behalf of the Jimmy J Smooth Network, who was born and raised in 901, representing 822, y'all know how I do. This is yours truly, Craig L. Smith II. Born and raised in the 773, relocated to the 901, and don't know what the hell I'm doing. Don't know what the hell I'm going to do in the 256. With that being said, we'll catch y'all next week.
All right. Peace.